Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the show. It's Bits and Bytes, baby. United States edition, that's right. Week by week. 50 states, 50 weeks. What week are we on? I gotta look and check. I don't even know anymore. Week 14! Good, great googly moogly. Week 14. Where's week 14 bring us? Roll them dice. Where's the dice rolling sound effects? Week 14 means we're in Indiana! Oh, Indiana, baby. Who's not excited for Indiana? I don't know. We're almost out of the eyes yet. It's weird here. Okay, Indiana. We got the flag, of course, per usual. Waving in the back, 19 stars. Very nice, very blue. Very golden in nature. Very nice. We have a special guest joining us later from Indiana, Destiny. That'll be great. We'll be talking to her about all things Indiana. But, I mean, what are we going to do? Let's just get right into it. We got a lot to do and not a lot of time. Indiana coming at you hot. It's the Hoosier State. Why is it called the Hoosier State? There's a whole lot of reasons. Statehood, 1816. It's the 19th state. How do we know? Well, their great creative map has 19 stars. How great. Population, 6.6 milli as of July 2016. The capital is Indianapolis. Biggest city is Indianapolis. Abbreviation is IN. I-N. Gonna get up in that. We've got a state bird of a cardinal. Let's save the cardinal. Let's wait till the music hits the next one. Did I even pull up the cardinal? I think I did. We got the cardinal? Ah, look. There it is. We half did our work. Good job, production. Let's see the image here in the old new tab. There's that little birdie. Look at that guy. He's red. Is that the name of the team out there? That's how good at sports I am. I'm going to go ahead and say that these sporting teams are not called the Cardinals, but let's see. Indiana sports team. This is the kind of crack research our team is doing for you. Now we got the Colts, we got the Pacers, we got the Hoosiers, of course, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. What are you doing? Back to it. The Cardinal looking good, looking very cardinally. That's what I would assume it would look like. And then we also have the Peony. Peony? I'm saying it wrong. I am not flower guy. I can't keep them alive. Let's take a look at what this thing looks like. Peony! Ah, now that I see it for the fourth time, I know what it is. Of course it's a peony. Look at these beautiful peonies. Ah, yes, a beautiful peony. Ah, yes, how lovely. Fantastic. Indiana, where are you at? Neighbor of Illinois. Last week's episode. It's almost like they planned this. And I tell you, all the research I did on Illinois and Indiana seemed very similar. They all grow corn. One says we grow more corn than the guy next to us. One says we're bigger and badder than the other. I mean, I don't know what to say here. They're really goddamn similar states. Is music too loud? It's probably too loud. It's too loud in my headphones. Sorry, am I yelling? I think I'm always yelling. Let's take it down a notch, guys. We're in Indiana. We're in Indiana. We're not out in Miami. Let's relax. We're in Indiana. All right, we got Indianapolis. I think I've driven through Indiana a couple times. What do we know about Indiana? Let's check the book. Farms and basketball. That seems about right. John Cougar Mellencamp. Everyone loves Jack and Diane. I think he's from there. Should have confirmed that, but I got him on the list. Larry Bird, Indiana. The Jacksons, the whole family. Janet, Tito, Mikey Boy, the rest of them. They're all in there. Cole Porter, and perhaps the best, let's be honest, the best export Indiana's ever had to offer. Old Davey Letterman. Good job. Corn, I have corn written down here again. Corn again. We did the flag with the 19 stars, 19th state. We covered all that. We got your history lesson in there. Very nice. Food and drink. That's what we're doing here. Let's get right to it. Do we got the goods box going? I think we do. There it is. So, in Illinois last week, if you go back and check out the episode on bitsandbytes.us, you'll see that, unbeknownst to me, there was a specialty sandwich that Illinois does, and they claim to own. And this sandwich is a pork tenderloin sandwich. Our guest informed us on how it's a big thing out there. Anywhere you go has their own version of it, and it's kind of like a pork schnitzel that's pounded out, served on a bun with toppings of your choice. Indiana claims to have the same shit. I don't know who made it. I'm not getting into the fight of it. This show isn't pork tenderloin sandwich. We're in the Midwest. This is the kind of shit these states do in the Midwest. I mean, look at these states they got around them. What else are you doing out here? Besides arguing who's made the sandwich first. Iowa? That's coming up next. Jesus Christ. Oof, can't escape these eyes. I like how they're all together, at least. There's going to be more pork sandwiches, I bet, out in Iowa. Who the hell knows? But Illinois and Indiana, apparently, from what I could tell, both lay claim to owning this kind of weird sandwich. It looks good. I'm not saying it doesn't look like a good sandwich. I just don't get the, you know, we get it. It's a fried pork cutlet on a sandwich. You're really not breaking new ground here. I don't know who, why, or how you can stake your claim on this, but this is what they're doing. It's okay. You're in the Midwest. We get it. And, you know, not a lot going on. A lot of corn, a lot of basketball. That's only half the year. And Hoosiers, I forgot to say this, the Hoosier thing. So if you actually type what is a Hoosier, you get a whole list of stuff, but I love that the IndianaGov.gov has a section on their website that says what is a Hoosier, and we'll get into that. But back to the food. There's two things, food and drink. That's what we do here, right? We're gonna go with Albanese gummies. It's where we went. Albanese gummies. I don't know if you've ever heard of these gummies. They make them. You've seen the package, maybe. I got the reasonable sized one. You know, nice reasonable sized bag of gummies here. What the fuck, Albanese? Why does this exist? No one needs this much. Now, I'm a Haribo man myself. Okay, I don't want to judge. I don't want to start any riots. I'm a Haribo man back in the day. But Albanese is made in Indiana, in Merrillville, Indiana. And I'm going to guess corn syrup. Oh, look at that, the first thing. In the state that grows the most corn syrup. So why wouldn't you have some gummies? I tell you, the smell on this bag is huge. A lot of fruit coming out. Apparently there's 12 flavors up in this bag. So we got the standard issue 12 flavor gummies, which is their like claim to fame. I don't even know all the flavors that are in here. We'll have to go through it and figure it out. And then, no, it's not cereal. It's their sour gummy, what they're calling poppers. Oh, gummy poppers. We got a $5 of that too. Holy Jesus Christ. Holy diabetes, Indiana. We're gonna have to wash that down with something. But first things first. Sour gummies. Gummies. And then I took the time to actually separate the 12 colors so we could go one by one perhaps. And really nitpick. I don't know if we're gonna actually do that, but I did it. Because I didn't want to, honestly, if I start digging into this or this, I'm just gonna start ripping it out. I have zero self-control, but two things. Potato chips and gummy bears. Okay, well, I mean, apparently there's 12 flavors in this bag. And I actually, as I'm looking here, I see I doubled up on one of the colors, so I'm not even sure which one's which, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, so right out the gate, I'm eating these things. I've had these before, I could tell. I'm not sure if I did. If you're a standard issue Haribo gummy fan like myself, these are different. These are much softer, much fruitier, less chew. Honestly, not my favorite. Now, am I going to eat all of these? Of course I am. Are we going to start with wild cherry? Of course we are. I think that's what we're looking at. Is this the wild cherry? I'm going to go ahead and say it's wild cherry. Is the bear cute? It is. Is the Haribo bear cuter? I'm going to go ahead and say yeah. Does this thing have a stupid little A on its chest like it's a Care Bear? Yeah. You want him to chew it? Yeah. Oh, it's got a very strange... If you eat enough Haribo gummy bears, you feel like as if you ate car wax, because there's carnauba wax in it, so you actually feel like a piece of garbage that ate a bunch of car wax. I don't know why I'm back and forthing. This is gonna be a very dangerous episode. I had these the fuck out of here. They're fruity and delicious and soft and gummy, and they're made in Indiana. And what do you want me to do? You want me to review these gummy bears for you? Here's the pink grapefruit. There we go. Smells like gummy. Tastes like pink grapefruit. Not gonna lie. The flavor's there. I give it to them. We're gonna run through the list here? I guess we are. Strawberry, which one's that look like? It's like red but not? How the fuck am I supposed to find that? God, I'm not finding it. I'm not hunting. Yeah, maybe I am. No, is this it? I think this is it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Strawberries taste like strawberries. Schnozberries taste like schnozberries. There's 12 flavors in here as opposed to the Haribo, I think, standard issue 5-pack. Cherry, strawberry, mango, pineapple, lemon, orange, green apple, watermelon, pink grapefruit, lime, blue raspberry, and grape. They really got everything covered. There's an echo in my headphones, and it's really annoying to me, and I don't know why. It's kind of really annoying to me. I don't know how to get rid of it, and I'm not quite sure why I'm hearing it. That's all I got. The wax on it tastes weird. I'm not gonna lie, and if dare I say, like a strange kind of fishy vibe on it. But you know, I don't hate it. I mean, it's not fishy. Maybe it's fishy, but it's not. I don't mean it that way. These look like rejects. This is they're calling these gummy poppers. Like these are just. This is a rejected. This is a failed. Where's your sour products? This is failed sour products. That's what I'm gonna guess. Give me your sours. Individual flavors, sugar-free, holiday and seasonal. Give me that fresh and fruity hitter. Wow, they got some really silly shit. Oh, they do the gummy sharks. How cute. Oh, here you go. Extra special gummies. So they were making eggs and they put them in the wrong stupid extruder. And that's what we got. We got the seconds. Thanks for sending us the seconds. Appreciate you guys. Free. Not gonna argue. Oh yeah, look, that's what we're supposed to have. So these are the flavors, at least, in our indiscreet packaging here. Well, really good. Blue raspberry, grape, strawberry, orange, green apple, lemon. Okay. Yeah. I like the sours more than the standards, not gonna lie. But let's keep it moving. We got an appointment with a meeting. We got an appointment with a meeting with Destiny. Or meeting with Destiny. That's just what works. That's her name. Get it? She's at takemethere.indie. She's going to come in and tell us everything there is about Indianapolis and talk a little about Indiana. We're going to see what her gummy intake is like. She also runs like a chip review situation on Instagram. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Indiana. We'll see what she thinks about the Indy 500. And now we're going to talk about some whiskey. We're in Indiana, you know, and there's a lot of beers out there. There's a lot of breweries in Indiana. Everyone knows this. A lot of breweries. But we want to go to whiskey. We want to go to Whiskey Town. We're going to go with a bottle of High West. Nice bottle of High West whiskey. Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, let's see if we can figure it out. Oh, look, we're at the website. High West Distillery. Ah, yes. Let me see if there's anything here that, like, would, sitting high atop the Wasatch Mountains in Wanship, Utah, just 25 minutes outside of Park City. High West is in Park City, Utah. Why'd you pick High West, buddy? Well, let me tell you a little story. Let me tell you a little story about marketing and whiskey in America. Okay? Buckle up, kids. We're about to shatter some dreams. It's still delicious, though. I'm not going to say it's not. There's a company based in Indiana that's called MGP. Used to be known as LDI, Lawrenceburg Distilleries Industries, I believe it was called. Now it's called MGP, which I think is like Master Grain Products or some shit like that. High West is not our featured bourbon, but it just so happened that's what I had on hand that was made by MGP. I don't have too much MGP stuff. Not because I'm against it, particularly, but I just feel like you should know what it is. So like I said, buckle up, kids. We're about to shatter some dreams. Again. So MGP is Master Grain Products, I think it is, like I said, or it used to be called LDI, Lawrenceburg Distilleries, Indiana. Not Industries, Indiana. And they were based in Indiana, and they're essentially a large house that distills, I think, mostly rye and bourbons and age them. Now, they do this very well, but it's one house under MGP. When I say house, it's a massive factory. Yeah, we're going to poke around the website here. So here you go. The way it works, if you're, let's say, High West, or you ready? If you're Tin Cup, or you're, I don't know, George Dickel, or you're, I don't know, Templeton. Oh, I don't know, Angel's Envy. I don't know, Redemption Bourbon. I don't know, Bullet Bourbon. I don't know, Whistle Pig. I don't know, Jameson Peppers. There's a million different brands of bourbon out there that you've heard of, know and love, and may believe are distilling their own products. And that's not always the case. That's not to say that all of those brands do not have a source of their own distilled product, but by and large, the product that they're selling you with their name on it is a product that they buy from MGP, blend themselves, and sell it to you with their name on it. How do we know this? Well, look at this great bottle of High West whiskey, American Prairie Bourbon. It says on it, a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys, bottled by High West Distillery, Park City, Utah. Oh, who would think any difference? Even got a stamp of a number on there. I'd be like, hell yeah, Utah's making them bourbons. If you know anything about bourbon, there's a lot of rules to bourbon. I don't know if we did that on Bits and Bites or we did that in another show, whatever it was. We're not going to go through that. There's a nice long story on the back here, which is generally how a place sells the sizzle to you. But on the back here, it says, High West Home and Historic Old Town Park City, the world's only ski-in gastro distillery. I don't know what that means. Montana Art. Essentially, if you read this, it tells you that it's bottled by High West Distillery, Park City, Utah. It's bottled, not distilled. Now, if you find a High West product that says distilled in High City, Utah, then they're making that product. But if it just says bottled, that doesn't mean anything. That means they're going to MGP, buying barrels of bourbon made maybe to their spec or ones that were made previously, and then blending them themselves and putting them in a bottle and putting their label on it. That's the thing that MGP does. That's what Bullet does. That's what Angel's Envy does. That's what Redemption does. That's what Dickel does. That's what Tin Cup does. That's what Templeton does. Templeton famously got sued. Templeton Rye, if you've ever had it or remember seeing it, I wonder if they still do it, actually. Can we pull that up? Let's see. Where's the High West page? Templeton. One of their bits was, it's like Al Capone's, tasty whiskey, taste of the oldie days or something. Like that was a bit. And then they got sued and had to pay people back because they were so full of shit with their story. You can only have so much, you can only bullshit so much with your story until people start calling you out. It's not to say this isn't a tasty rum or tasty rye, rather. It's not to say it's not, all of the spirits I listed aren't tasty. They're just, they're buying them from another place, generally one house from Indiana, and blending them themselves. So kudos to you, Indiana, for being the place that is pioneering this effort, because there are a large amount of bourbons out there and ryes, and it allows smaller companies. Like if I wanted to start a bourbon company tomorrow, I can't afford a distilling warehouse and all that product. But if I have a good brand and I want to go with it and make myself some hack chef bourbon, I could go out to MGP, sign a contract, either have them draw up a recipe that I like or pull from their barrels, make the blend that I want. They'll send it to me. I can put my name on it, label it however I want, and sell it however I want because I purchase it from them. It's essentially like a licensing agreement for the thing that you buy from them. So you're welcome. Didn't want to crush your dreams, but that's how the real bourbon game works. If it was up to you, you want to find places, if you're looking for pure shit, which I always am, you want the stuff that is bottled and distilled at the same location, because that means they're doing it all in-house. That, to me, is something that I would look for in Indiana. Are there people in Indiana doing that? Of course there are. Did I get that? No. I just took this opportunity to tell you about MGP because I thought it's a good thing to know. Like, a lot of these whiskeys come from the same place. Again, that doesn't mean it's not good. Some are not good, but that's just because the brand isn't good and they picked a poorer batch. That's all that really means. This High West is pretty tasty. It's not a bad whiskey, especially for the price. Cheers. But yeah, beware of like when these places like Angel's Envy or Redemption will say that we're like a craft bourbon or something like that. You're not. Like you're buying a product and just rebatching it out with a name on it. Again, solid business plan, very American. Hoo-hoo. But it's interesting. I think they do about a dozen different mash bills, like different wheats and barley and corn balances, and then you can pick from it, and they're all aged very well. Aging takes a long time and a lot of money, so kudos on MGP for doing it. MGP's based in Indiana. That's really all I have to say about that. I mean, again, there's a lot of breweries out there that are fantastic. We could talk about that, but I feel we've talked about beer a lot. I wanted to like bring something new to the table. Not a lot of states have like a warehouse like that are doing that, so hopefully that opened your eyes to a little bit of the scams out there. Be a wire, kids. Next, Indy 500, the greatest spectacle in racing. Apparently it's coming up. Who the hell knew? Apparently the Indy 500 is the biggest sporting event in the world. By what metric? I've read that. Who the hell knows? But they get in a car, they drive in circles. Someone wins at the end. And then they drink milk, apparently. I forgot that's a thing too. Indianapolis is a very big city. Right in the center of Indiana. I mean, I don't know if I've been there. I've been in Indiana. I don't know where I was, though. I've eaten enough gummies that I feel ill. Just putting that out there. Okay, so it's the Indy 500. That's cool. What else do you do in Indiana? What else does Indiana have? Well, Indiana also has what they're saying is potentially the first theme park in the country. That's right. It's Holiday World and Splashin' Safari in, wait for it, Santa Claus, Indiana. Is that real? I wrote that down when I found it, but is that real? There it is, Santa Claus, Indiana. Holy shit, Holiday World and Splashin' Safari. Wow, of course there's a Santa Claus there. Well, I mean, this is here. I mean, we could get into this. Tickets and rides. Why Holiday World? Yeah, tell us a little about it. Park hour. Tell me about Holiday World. What do we do? Is there holidays? Are the rides based around holidays? What's going on? We got two things. Thunderbird Steel Roller Coaster. All rides and slides, baby. Oh, look, here you go. Filter by. Well, let's just go Christmas. Filter by Christmas. Yes, comets, rockets, dancers, fish, dashers, seahorses. Okay, I see what they're doing here. It's like a little Disney with different, the holidays are all the little parks. That's cute. What the fuck is that? Ugh. Hate this. Hate kitschy shit. Like that. Just, ugh. I'm gonna bring my kids to the Holly Dogs Treehouse or 4th of July town. Get the fuck out of here. What do you got for Thanksgiving? Any kind of like, we killed all the Native Americans and stole their land? Ah, no, it's just the Gobbler Getaway. Ah, the Mayflower. It's one of those swingy boat things. See, that should be the ride where you get on, you do the swingy boat, you throw up, or kids next to you throw up. Oh, it says it's wild. And then you get off, and then the Native Americans are there, and then you get in a big fight with them, and then you have to win in order to protect your country. Or take what's theirs, actually. Well, depending on what side you're on. I mean, well, no, if you're on the Mayflower, you've chosen the side of thieves. That's fine, though. We don't gotta get into it. So that's cool. You got Holiday World. #1 popcorn maker. Oh, and the Hoosier thing. Let's do that before our guest brings us in here. So the Hoosier bit, again, on in.gov, the Hoosier bit. No one apparently knows. I thought I found the answer, and then there's like a whole list of popular theories here. Some of the popular theories of being a Hoosier is when a visitor hailed a pioneer cabin in Indiana or knocked upon its door, the settler would respond, "Who's year?" And from this frequent response, Indiana became the Who's year or Hoosier state. No one ever explained why this was more typical of Indiana than Illinois or Ohio. I'm going to put an X through that one. I'm going to go say next song. That Indiana riverman were so spectacularly successful in trouncing or hushing their adversaries in the brawling that was then common that they became known as hushers, eventually Hoosiers. I'm going to also say that that's bullshit. This is the one that I read that seems more common. There was once a contractor named Hoosier employed on the Louisville and Portland Canal who preferred to hire laborers from Indiana. They were called Hoosiers men, and eventually all Indianians. Indianians? Is that? Yeah, Indianians were called Hoosiers. That makes more sense to me. Some Mr. Burns type characters going around hiring everybody to build out some shit. They just named them Hoosiers. All right, what else we got here? I'm just going to keep reading these. Oh, here we go. Destiny's joining our call. Let's get her in here. See what she thinks about these stories. Destiny? Can you hear me? Oh, let me lower my music.
I can hear you.
I see you. I can hear you. Let me pull you up over here. Sorry if the camera looks crappy over here. Got you. See you. See you. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Destiny. Welcome to the show. I was just talking about Hoosiers and why the hell people from Indiana are called Hoosiers.
It's literally the worst name ever. Do
You
know what the meaning is?
Well, I just read like 4 in a row and none of them sound good. So I'm listening for yours. What do you got? Tell me what you got.
Well, I actually stopped calling myself a Hoosier a few years ago because I finally learned the meaning of it, and none of them, like you said, none of them are great.
Yeah, the first 4 that I just read were, I was like, these sound terrible and like not true.
Yeah.
But what do you got? The last one I read was like some dude named Hoosier was hiring people to build out a canal and they just called him that. I don't know.
I mean, whatever floats your boat.
I don't know. I'm not going with any of them. I don't honestly care enough to marry myself to one of those stories. Oh, your picture's frozen. I see you. I see your picture. Your face is you smiling. It's great. Your camera's locked up, though. I hear you, though. You sound fine.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
That's all right.
If I can fix that.
Yeah, hit the button. Do the thing. Oh, now it's a delicious taco. That looks good.
What about now?
I still see a taco. I like a taco.
Connection may be slow.
Yeah, it's all right. It happens. It's only the internet. It's fine. I'm clicking around here just to get the map up anyway. It's all good. Indiana. There it is. Indiana. Where are you? There you are. That's better. So, Destiny, tell us about takemethere.indie. That's the Instagram that you're running, right?
Yes, it is.
Tell me a little bit about that, and then I'll drill you on Indiana a little bit.
Sure thing. So the purpose behind it is kind of obvious.
Mm-hmm.
The name Take Me There, obviously, food's kind of like a getaway, you know, it's kind of like a comfort thing. So you want to be taken away, kind of, I guess. So that's the meaning behind the name. And then the purpose, it's kind of like a food vault. Like I say in my bio, I want it to be a place for people to just come and look, for people for like out of state. If you're coming to Indiana, I think it's a great vault, I guess, for people to come and look and get different ideas of maybe what they want to eat while they're here on their trip. And I've always loved food. I guess man versus food has always been my jam.
That guy's great.
Growing up. So I kind of got my inspiration from Adam Richman.
Nice.
Actually, when I was younger, I kind of wanted to be the female version of him. And so I'm kind of somewhat living that little dream.
You're doing it. The internet allows us to do all these crazy things. So look at me down here doing a David Letterman type talk show just from Indiana. Look at that. Just doing the bit. Thanks, internet. Well, that's cool and that's perfect because like I was just going through. It's like so every show I try to get some like food and drink from Indiana, right? So like there's a bunch of breweries I know in Indiana, but Albanese gummies is like a thing. This I know. So I got of course the obnoxious 5-pound bag here of way too many gummies. I feel sick already just eating handfuls of this, and they smell so. I touch the bag and it just smells of like fruit jelly. Yeah. Like it's crazy how much it smells. You guys crunch on these out there a lot? Is there a lot of Albanese all over out there? Because I feel like I don't see this too much out here. I'm in New Jersey, by the way. I don't see this brand too much out here.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah. And then I got their sour ones over here. It's great. And then I got a whiskey that's not from there, but MGP. I don't know how much into like drinking you are. MGP is a company that does like a lot of like mass brewing for places out there.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So they do that. So that's what I got that for. But let me ask you what I ask like everyone from these other states, because I think I drove through Indiana once, but I don't think I spent much time there. So like in New Jersey, I could break it down to like north, central, and south, right? North's a little closer to New York, so it's like a little bit faster. It's a little bit more like New York style, you know, for like a you know general sake. Central's a little closer to the shore, so it's more like shore town vibes and stuff like that. And the south is a little closer to Philly, so it's more like inland and like foresty and woody and Atlantic City and stuff like that. Like it's a different kind of section. How would you break up Indiana? Like I'm looking at it on a map. Like I see Indianapolis like right in the center. Is it like quadrants or like what would you think?
Well, definitely we've got central Indiana.
Right.
Obviously, that'd be Indianapolis. We call it Indy.
Indy town.
Yeah. Or Naptown.
Naptown?
Yep, 317, any one of those, which is mostly city. Of course, we've got, you know, suburbs and all of that, but it's city.
Right.
And then I would say, I guess if you go south, the further south you go, of course, there's more country. Mm-hmm. There are more fields, farms and stuff.
A whole lot of farms out there in Indiana.
Yeah. Nashville, Indiana is great. They've got like a bunch of country down there too. I guess east is also a bunch of farm. You will see a lot of cornfields.
Yeah, all the corn apparently is grown out there. You guys grow all the corn is what I hear.
Absolutely.
So the east is mostly cornfields. All right, I'm looking at that over here.
Oh yeah.
We've got Cambridge City. What's out here? Rushville. Yeah, it looks just like green on the map, so I'm going to guess.
Oh, Rushville. Oh, absolutely. There's lots of land out there.
Definitely a lot of land. And then what about the north? Like, let's see, what do we got up here?
North is more so, depending on how far north you go. Mm-hmm. So if you're just going just north of Indianapolis, it's more uppity, I guess, for lack of better words.
All right.
That's the nicer area. There's the, you know, Carmel Arts District. It's really nice and I guess it's cute. It's quaint up in Carmel.
Cute.
But if you go further north, we've got the Indiana Dunes, which is really cool to have.
What are the Indiana Dunes?
Indiana Dunes. So I want to say it's Lake Michigan. I could be completely wrong.
I'm looking at it. I see.
But I am 99.9% sure it is Lake Michigan.
I think you're right. It is. I think it's right. That's what it looks like.
So they've got dunes, obviously, Indiana Dunes. But then they've got like just a bunch of beach areas. It's kind of like a lake beach vibe.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I see pictures over here.
But
nice.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's cool. I didn't even think there was like beaches up there. I guess it makes sense because it butts up against that lake up there.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
I never would have thought that. See? You learn something every day. Crazy. And then what we say down south, you're like getting closer to the sticks down there. So it gets a little, let's see, Kentucky-y.
It's more woody country.
Gets a little country-like down there. Yeah, Louisville's down there. And then let's see. What about by Chicago, like up by Gary's? I think that's where I was. I think I was up over there. I feel like it was just kind of an extension of Chicago, if I remember right.
I've actually never been to Gary. I've driven through Gas City, of course, to get to the dunes. I've never been to Gary.
Right.
I've only heard not great stories.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's a little rough up there.
Yeah, it looks like it's just an extension of like South Chicago is what it looks like. Like literally the roads just kind of like the neighborhoods, it looks like roll right into it. But, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so Indianapolis, though, it's a big city. Again, I don't think I've been there. So, like, I'll ask you, like, what kind of, like, what's a big food? That's the first thing I'll ask, I guess. Is like, what's, like, something that you would say? Because I don't know if gummy bears are really the most iconic of Indiana food, but it's just from there. So I'm going to take the point. But what's the 3-point? This is Indiana, like, in a bite? Or, like, what's the food that's big out there, at least?
I definitely... The pork fritter.
The pork fritter? Is that what you guys call it? The pork fritter?
pork fritter or Hoosier fritter, I believe. Hoosier sandwich.
Of course, a Hoosier sandwich. Hoosier pork
Yep.
tenderloin sandwich. See, now, Illinois last week tried to tell me that they had this. This was their thing.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, you guys are neighbors. It almost seems like it's the same
That's
thing.
obviously our thing.
I mean, it says right here, the famous Indiana treat, so it must be.
Right.
It's on Indiana.com, so it's got to be yours. That does look delicious, though. I'm not going to lie. That looks really good.
Oh, yeah. I grew up on pork fritters.
So is it just I guess every place has a little different, but it's essentially like what? Like a pork tenderloin bashed out and fried on a roll?
That would be correct.
I mean, that doesn't sound bad. I'm not hating. That's good.
Well, no, it's not bad. It's kind of like a fried chicken sandwich, I guess, but
Right.
pork, obviously.
And is the bit like it's always bigger than the roll? Because that's what it looks like in all these pictures.
Not always, but that doesn't mean it's not good if it's not as big as your head.
Right. Because most of the pictures I see they look silly almost in size, but they're
Right,
thin
yeah.
though, so it's like
They're like as big as a plate.
yeah, but it's thin, so it seems like reasonable. Like you could fold it up
Yeah,
and eat it or
yeah.
something. All right. Okay, so you guys are laying claim to the pork. This is good. You guys are gonna have to fight it out with Illinois. We'll make that fight happen. That'll be great. But what else? Is there anything else that you would say is like iconic? That's cool. I wish I made those sandwiches now. But anything else that comes to mind besides popcorn? I guess since you guys grow all the corn.
Well, I would say that we do have quite a few popcorn places here. There's some in Broad Ripple. We've got some in Edinburgh. There's some in Indy. They're like, we have lots of popcorn, and they're not just like I said, the cheddar and the caramel flavors,
Right.
which is apparently popular in Illinois as well.
Yeah, it's a big thing in Chicago apparently.
But we've got super weird flavors like ketchup. I would have never.
Ketchup.
Right.
What?
I've never tried it, but
Ugh.
we have that.
All right. I mean, it's something.
Right. We've got just a bunch of different flavors. Of course, cookies and cream. I feel like that's kind of a staple with sweet popcorn.
Cookies and cream sweet popcorn? I've only heard of like kettle corn sweet popcorn, not cookies and cream. That's weird.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
It's
good though.
delicious.
I get it. Like the texture with the sweet and the chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds very
So
tasty.
good. But yeah, there's a bunch of different flavors.
All right. So the popcorn's definitely a big bit out there. All right. So I got to get myself a
Popcorn, yeah.
pork fritter and some cookies and cream popcorn for dessert. Your picture's frozen again. I don't know if there's anything you do, but
Oh,
it's just so
great.
I just clicked
I
it and
don't
saw your
know.
face. It's all right. It's fine. It's a good picture of you now. It's fine. Could be worse.
All right,
You hear? You sound fine. It's just a video. It's all good.
Great.
So, what kind? Are you're in Indianapolis, or you're around there? I don't want to give away your location or anything. Not like
Correct. Born and raised
Cool.
in Indianapolis.
So, I'm assuming since it's like, I mean, it seems like a very large city. The Indy 500's out
yeah.
there. It's like a lot of traffic. It's international airports.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm assuming that like the culture of restaurants and stuff are like, is it like well represented out there? Do you feel like there's any kind of lack of any kind of food, or is there any kind of like one big focus? Like in New Jersey, I got a million Italian pizza restaurants out here. Like you can't,
Right.
you can't go to a mini mall without literally there being 3 pizza places. It's silly.
Yeah.
You got everything covered out there? Or do you feel like there's some stuff missing, or is there anything that's really great?
That is actually one of my favorite parts about Indianapolis specifically, is that there is a lot of, I guess there's a lot of different culture with the food. We've got Vietnamese, there's
Nice.
Filipino, Ethiopian,
Nice.
of course Japanese. We've got a lot of sushi places.
Nice.
There's Greek, Portuguese. We've got, I would say it's pretty well represented.
That's good. Yeah, I guess most big cities are like that. Have you spent time outside of the city much to say that like maybe does that extend? Is there like a lot of those cultures represented that you would feel in the rest of the state, or is it just because it's the city that like all these cultures are kind of there?
Yeah, I feel like it kind of dies off a little the
Right.
further from the city you get.
That makes sense.
But there still are some little pockets, I guess, of, variety and different cultures.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at the towns. Once you get out to like Brazil, you're probably not getting Vietnamese food out there. Brazil, Indiana.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Right.
That's weird. And there's also
We do have a lot of taco places.
taco places. I feel like every city, everyone I talk to, they're like, "Oh, we got great tacos." Every place has got
Oh, yeah.
killer tacos. I love that. That makes me so happy.
Everybody loves tacos.
Everyone loves tacos. It's the new pizza. So the other thing that I see is you have a lot of weird names. There's Brazil, Indiana, and there's Santa Claus, Indiana. What the hell is?
Yes.
What is that? I saw Holiday World is down there.
Indiana. So
have you been to Holiday World?
I have been to Holiday World a couple times. It's great, actually. I know they've won like certain awards for, I think the Voyager. I think it's like #1 wooden roller coaster in the U.S. I want to say.
Oh wow!
I could be wrong on that.
I only saw silly things when I went to their website. Like they only had like silly kids rides. Oh yeah, this looks big. Look at this, the Voyage. Yeah,
it is. I feel like their website doesn't give them justice.
Yeah, no, the website literally makes it look like it's all kiddie rides and it's like broken up by holiday. I was like, this is really cheesy. This looks cool. That was like a huge roller coaster. That looks scary. That's all wood. That's one of those old ones.
I went on it once. And I'm not a huge roller coaster person,
right,
to begin with, but I went on it once just to say I could do it.
Of course.
And that was fine with me.
Yeah, that seems frightening. Oh, boy.
It was a little bit.
There's a tiny one of these out in New Jersey at Six Flags Great Adventure. I don't even know if it's still running, but it was called, I think it was called Rolling Thunder? I think it was. And it really, if it went like 50 feet in the air, that would be shocking. This looks huge compared to that.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with this. I'm good. I'll stay and have a pork fritter back at the lodge or whatever. Forget that.
The water park, on the other hand, is fantastic. They have a water roller coaster, which I had never heard of before until Holiday World. It's really fun, and I know they just recently, within the past couple of years, built a new one too. So
water roller coasters. I've never heard of that. Splash
really
and Safari.
Fun. Yep.
All right, this looks cool. Oh wow, yeah, big slides and all that stuff. All right, so this is cool. I thought it was really just like
That's great.
I thought it was like kid stuff. This is fair. This is like you can go hang out here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm into it. I'll put Santa Claus. Is there anything else in Santa Claus in the town? What a weird town name. It looks pretty empty compared to that.
I don't know. I've only gone for Holiday World. We've done a little camping out there.
Oh my God, there's Mistletoe Manor. There's a place called Christmas Lake. So they're really going for it. Lake Holly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, everything is Christmas down here. Santa's Stables, Christmas Golf Course. All right, this is a little ridiculous, Santa Claus.
Really playing off of it.
Yeah, you're really getting a little. You get a little. I mean, I guess you got to do something. Wow,
right,
that's weird. All right, well, that's cool. Didn't think that was there either. There is a bunch of breweries around Indianapolis, correct? Am I right in saying that?
There are. Yep.
Any favorites that you have? You enjoy beer? Maybe you don't.
I don't drink, so like I said, I wouldn't be of much help.
Oh, right,
here,
you did say that. You said that's right. I do recall that. I know there's a bunch of like.
I do know there are a lot around, just from exploring the city, but.
Yeah, I was going to talk about.
Experienced any.
I feel like every state has like so many breweries. It's almost like old to talk about breweries for every state now. It's like, and here's another one making more beer, and it's good. Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to find more interesting things as the states roll on. Is there, so what is, I'll ask you, I mean, the COVID, obviously, it's like a thing that's affected. What's it like there now, like today? We're about a year into it, right? Is it less, are restaurants more open now? Is it like 50% capacity like some states are doing? Do people out there care? Are there masks being on, or people just don't care? What's the vibe out there?
It depends on what county you're in.
Okay.
So, Marion County, which is very big. As far as I know, I haven't looked at, there was something recent that happened, but as far as I know, they do still have limited capacity. You can only sit a certain amount to a table, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that's
But once you step out of Marion County, it's a little bit more free game.
Looser? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that kind of vibes with most every other place I've talked to, at least like the big city where the big populations are. It's like, reduce capacity, be smart, don't be stupid. And then no one really pays attention outside of that where there's less people, I guess. People are trying, at least out here. I mean, I haven't traveled much recently, obviously, but New Jersey, anywhere I go, everyone's got the masks on. They're doing the right thing, or trying to at least. So that's what it's like here.
Yeah, it's kind of half and half here, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Do you find that impacted a lot of like restaurants and like smaller businesses in your area?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because like out here, I mean, we definitely had a lot of like closures and stuff. Did you get that out in Indianapolis also? Yeah.
A lot of places closed down, but then a couple of months into it, I think they got smarter. Of course, I think this may be kind of what other states did as well. So they started doing outdoor seating.
Yeah.
Which back in June, I want to say, we were able to go and do outdoor seating at one of the restaurants outside of Marion County.
Right.
But we were able to go sit down and finally have dinner at a restaurant. So that was really cool, but
not inside, not
it was
in,
a little crazy.
Not in Indianapolis though. Oh, you had to go outside. You had to escape
Nope.
Marion County.
How was it? I think.
Because I'm trying to remember too. Like it all seems like one big like long week. You know, it's it's such like a blur.
It's a blur.
It's like I remember restaurants kind of opening, and I was like, that's weird. Like I don't know. Like some people you could only eat outside, and certain people. And it's just blurry.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. It's all blurs together. But they weren't doing that in like Center City, I guess, down in Indianapolis.
No, we had to go out of the city.
Right, out of bounds. Crazy. So let's see, what else is there? The Indy 500 is obviously a big thing that happens there. I didn't even look to see where.
It is. It's huge.
It's the Speedway. That's huge. Apparently, it's the world's, what is it? The world's largest, what did I write? The biggest sporting event, whatever that means. Like, I don't know how they quantify that. I'm assuming a lot of people go to it, but I don't know if it's like the largest attended. I don't know what that statement meant, but it
How
said,
is that gauged? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't quantify. I
can
just
give you an answer to that.
do you know or you don't know? I was gonna say.
I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Where does it? I'm trying to look at it on the map. Is it Indianapolis Speedway? I guess
It is in
Indianapolis
Speedway.
Motor. Oh, of course it's in Speedway. I just typed Speedway. It brings me right there. There it is. Have you been? Have you been around it? Is it huge? Does it really take over the town? Like, what's the vibe of that like?
It is huge. They
It's in the middle of Indy.
Streets and everything for it.
I didn't realize it was
I've
right in the
never
middle of
been.
Indianapolis, from what I could tell at least. That's crazy.
It is. It is just. It's about 5 to 10 minutes from downtown Indy.
I would have thought that it was like out in Indianapolis, but like
Way out.
outside the city. This looks like it's like. I'm looking at.
No, it's pretty close.
Like Lucas Oil Stadium's there, and then it looks like right down the highway, the Speedway. That's crazy. So they come in and I think it's in May. I just looked at the website before. It's coming up, I guess. Is this something that shuts down the town? You see a huge influx of people and madness. Do you try to leave town when this comes in?
Luckily, I am on the other side of town, so it doesn't, I guess, directly affect me.
Right.
Traffic gets crazy, especially if you're going in the like Speedway, kind of Crawfordsville area over there, because they do shut down the streets. They've got vendors.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, they said I want to say it says. I want to say it's like hundreds of thousands of people. I don't know if that's true, but I want to say it's that many people. It's like a crazy amount.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. I think we could just say it's a lot of people. They're shutting down streets.
Yeah.
We could just safely say that there's a huge amount of people.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I didn't realize it was so close to the city. I guess that's stupid of me because it says Indianapolis, but I just wouldn't have thought. Oh, look, there's a golf course right next to it. That seems necessary. That's weird. I'm sorry. I'm like looking at the map as I'm talking to you, just trying to like get comfortable.
No problem.
In Indiana. So like looking in downtown Indianapolis, would you say, what is this? Miles Square is like the downtown?
Miles Square.
And it's what Google's calling this section. I don't know. I could zoom in and tell you the road. You know how Google gives weird.
Tell me the road.
It's right by, what is this? Market East District and what's this?
Okay.
Looks like a big circle. The convention center. There you go. That's right there. Is that like, that's usually.
Convention center. Okay, yeah, that is like right, kind of like smack dab.
Yeah, that's like downtown. Is that like the place to hang? Like if I'm going to come into the city, like I don't think I want to be near the convention center. I feel like there's probably better areas.
Maybe not the convention center.
Yeah, well, that area though. Like I see there's stuff like outside of it. But what's the cool area to go if I want to go eat and drink my way around town?
if you go a little northeast from the convention center, you're going to run down Mass Avenue, or Massachusetts Avenue. We call it Mass Ave.
All right.
And there are restaurants upon restaurants down there.
Oh, yeah, look at that. It's right in the middle of the road there.
Pizza, burgers, ice cream, frozen yogurt, macarons.
Tacos, of course.
And then there are a bunch of like small businesses down there, a bunch of cute little shops.
Nice.
So that, I believe, would be the place to be. Or Fountain Square, which is south of that.
Fountain Square. Let's see where that is. Let's type it in. Let's say Fountain Square.
It's kind of like the Broad Ripple of downtown Indianapolis.
Oh, all right. I see it. It's like the opposite of. It's like the complete opposite of Mass up there. I see it. Oh, cool. All right. See, this is good to know. So I come to town. Now I know where to go. This is good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at dog park. Cute. Oh, a lot of tacos. I don't know if Google's listening to me, but every place I zoom in, there's like 4 taco pops. Places are just popping.
A lot of taco places.
All right, not bad at that. Indianapolis tacos. I'll take it. What else? What are we missing? Is there anything that people think about Indiana or Indianapolis that that you feel is misconstrued or missing? There's something people should know? I mean, that's a silly question, I guess. Yeah, like I haven't thought about Indiana much. I only thing I really thought it was the Indy 500, and my guess was it was not. I don't know why I thought it wasn't in Indianapolis. It seems very silly since it's called that, but I obviously never gave it thought. So,
well, that is one of our main attractions for sure.
I'd say so. Is there anything else crazy that goes on there? Like weird? I mean, you got this, Santa holiday theme park. That's kind of bizarre. Is there any other weird stuff going around the state? Is there like a shrine to the Jacksons up there in Gary or something that I'm missing?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, probably not now. It's a good point.
I would say if you were coming over to Indiana, I would go down Mass Ave for sure.
Right.
I would also go to Broad Ripple or Sobro. There are a lot of good restaurants and unique shops. I would say that we have unique shops here.
Nice.
Down in those areas, so I would definitely go down there.
I'm going to put it on the list to make sure I get there. And I'm going to ask you again, your Instagram that you were running was takemethare.indie, which is great. But you also do the chip review. And you were telling me about the chips.
I do.
You told me about the kettle chips. So tell me about the chip review bit, and then tell me about those kettle chips from Indiana. And I want to see if I can try to find them.
For sure. Yeah. So the real chip review is my Instagram. It started out as a little joke. I would do reviews. They were just kind of to make fun of the people that actually do reviews kind of on YouTube and stuff.
Right.
And a lot of people liked it, so I decided to make a separate account where I reviewed potato chips, which I absolutely love. I am a potato head.
I love potato chips.
So I created the account, and people started following me, and I realized that there were a lot more people out there that did the same thing, which was surprising to me. I didn't know that there were a bunch of people doing chip reviews. So that's what that is. And the kettle chips.
Yeah, you have
Broad Ripple.
Broad Ripple.
Broad Ripple Chip Company. They have a original, which is just like a sea salt kind of kettle chip. And then they have one that is a sweet and spicy.
Oh.
And it is phenomenal.
I mean, it says right on their website, it's chosen #1 chip in the country, so I have to believe it.
Oh, absolutely. They are my favorite.
I mean, you're reviewing chips, and these are your favorite. It's pretty impressive, I gotta say. Original or sweet and spicy. We ship our chips. I mean, this is not a great website, Broad Ripple Chip, but I'm not mad at that. I want you to focus on the chips. I'm not worried about your website.
But we love them.
I'm not worried about that kind of makes me happy. Like, I don't need an overproduced website. Just make the good chips.
Right. It's kind of homey, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I could talk to you about chips all day. I'm looking at some of the reviews you have here. I don't even want to know about the Cheetos mac and cheese I see there. I want no interest in that.
It was interesting.
These, is that bag that I'm looking at of the wild chips, is that weird chicken skin chip thing?
Yes.
I've had those, not that flavor, but I've had those. What did you think of those?
Yeah. I think they're amazing. I've actually been able to build sort of a relationship with them.
Nice.
From doing the chip reviews. My favorite would probably have to be the chicken and waffles. Have you tried those?
No, I did. When I bought it, I want to say I got like barbecue or something that was like safe because they had the chicken and waffles. I was like,
Gotcha.
And I was just like, my first time out should be a safe one because I've had like the chicken and waffle.
No,
like,
full send. All
right, you're right. I should have done it. I'm gonna next time I see him, I'm gonna get them because I didn't hate them. Like I didn't know what to expect, and I had it, and I was like, all right, these aren't bad, and they're like, it's healthy relatively, like in the world of like potato chips and nutrition,
protein,
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's better than eating a whole bag of Ruffles, right?
Right.
But it was definitely a little strange, but I love it. I mean, I ate the whole bag. I dug it. So you're right. I should pay the respect and get the chicken and waffles, especially if you're saying it's good.
For sure.
I'm definitely going to get those now.
Fantastic.
Yeah, looking at I just saw the label and I was like, oh man, I remember having those. I forget what the hell I did that for. I see you got the plantain chips on here. I love those. Those are great.
Oh, yeah.
Are you? If you get, I'll ask you this. There's nothing to do with it. We're just talking about chips now. It's fine. Like you got to get a bag of chips, and you're bringing it to a party, or it's for you. I guess it's two different things. Like if I'm going to bring a bag of chips to a party, I just thought about this. If I'm bringing a bag of chips to a party, it's probably different than a bag that I want for myself at home.
100%.
Right. So what's your home bag and what's your party bag? I think I could go first without. I think I know mine right away. I think I do. I'm gonna.
We'll go with the party bag first.
Okay, party bag.
We're bringing a bag of just some basic barbecue Lays.
Barbie Lays.
Everyone loves Lays.
See, now this is where I'm gonna just argue up. I'm just gonna say Lays are not my favorite.
No.
Lays are not my favorite.
Really?
I'm just saying. I mean, I'll eat them. I'm not gonna not eat them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just more of like an Utz guy. Like if you're gonna put the basic non-ruffled chip out there. The Lay to me is really, really thin. Trust me, I'll eat them by the handful.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. But if we're ranking and being silly about chips, they're just a little lower on my list. That's all I'm saying. My party bag.
Let me change my answer real
You
quick.
don't have to. I mean, your answer's your answer. It's all good.
No.
I don't want to twist your arm.
Of one.
Okay, all right.
I just thought
Let's go. I'm in.
So, this is one you cannot get all over the country.
Okay.
It is, oh gosh, I cannot remember the name, but you get it in Ohio or West Virginia, in that area.
Okay.
It is, they're not ruffle, but there's a certain dip that you get with them, and it is just chef's kiss, delicious. I would bring that to a party.
It's a potato chip dip? Oh, how do I even Google this?
yeah.
I'm Googling, like Ohio potato chip dip?
I'm trying to figure it out. I want to say you can get them in Marietta, Ohio.
Is it a chip or is it a dip? I'm confused.
Both.
It's both? What? It can't be both. How can it be both?
No, the chips with the dip.
With their the same branded dip?
I want to say it's the same brand. I could be saying this all 100%.
No, we're shooting from the hip here. This is great. I'm not mad. Is it Grippo? What is Grippo?
Grippo. It's not Grippo, but apparently people in Indiana love Grippo.
Grippo's looks like a big rip-off of Zapp's is all I'm saying. I just pulled it up and it looks just like we took the labeling from New Orleans and ripped it off.
I would say it's more of an Utz ripoff.
Okay.
They've kind of got the same kind of texture, I guess.
All right, that's fair. You know your potato chips, girl. That's great. What's this? Cons. Cons? Cons.
Potato
I got
chips.
it. All right, pulling it up. I need to know this. Welcome to Cons.
I cannot.
They're in Ohio. I think I got to do Ohio like next week soon. I might buy a bag of this now on your rack. Ooh.
Nice.
Are these good? These are good chips? Is that the word?
They are very good. Every time we go there, we have to come back with a bag of chips.
All right, it's a unique bag, that's for sure. It definitely looks homey. And what's the they have their own dip? That's the bit?
I can't.
Or you just found some magic dip
one.
that you love there. It's okay.
I think it's a dip you can get in Ohio. You can't get it here.
All right, that's
I
fair.
know that.
That's fair. My friend came up from South Carolina and brought up pimento cheese dip, and I looked at it and I was like, what is this? Why would you bring this? He's like, trust me, like the first bite, I was like, have you ever had it, by the way? Pimento cheese dip?
Mentos?
Pimento, like pimento cheese dip.
Pimento.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I've never had a cheese dip.
So he brought this big tub of it. It was like this big. It was like a massive tub. I was like, dude, what is that? It's just like cheese with cheese and then some more cheese and then they put some red in it and it's just like kind of gross. The first bite, you're like, this is kind of gross. Like, I don't know if I want to eat that. And then you eat the whole thing in 10 minutes because it's like, it's wildly addicting.
It's addicting.
It's wildly addicting. So I get you on like we just found some dip and it just worked right. I get it.
Right, yeah.
All right, so what are you going with? Is your party bag of chips? Is it the cons with the dip? That's the move?
It's the cons with the dip.
The cons is, wow, all right, cons. I'm definitely going to get some cons for this Ohio episode because that's definitely an Ohio-based product. And then so I think my default party bag is going to be, it's a party, so we got to make everyone happy, right? I'm just going to get the big bag of Ruffles, the big bag of classic blue bag Ruffles. I think that works with dips.
Any dip?
I don't think it needs to have a dip. I do like a good French. I like a good French onion dip with a ruffle. That's me. Like a deep.
Okay.
Like if I made it especially really good, not like the shitty one in the white with the red with the green. Not that. Like the good French onion dip. Like that's what I want with a ruffle chip. And like I think that's a crowd pleaser. You know, you don't get a flavor because some people don't like barbecues. Some people like sour cream. That's like that.
For sure.
And then if I'm gonna have a bag at home, like I'm just gonna crush a bag of chips. That's tricky because there's a lot of good ones. And like I like all the flavors, so that's tricky. Like my default around here, there's no New Jersey. You're in like the Midwest where it seems like there's a fair amount of like kind of potato chip producers. Like I've never heard of cons, but that's great. And like us, I don't know where they are. I want to say they're on the East Coast, but it's definitely not like a New Jersey thing. No one takes claim of that. There's no like New Jersey chip, you know, that I could say, or even East Coast kind of chip that I can think of. There's a couple brands that are out here like in delis, but they're not. They're fine. There's nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with like any kind of delicious jalapeno kettle chip is what I want.
Yes.
That's my fave. That's what's up.
Exactly where I was going.
Jalapeno kettle chip is what I'm gonna crush an entire bag of, and oof, they're so good.
Absolutely, Miss Vicky's.
Miss Vicky's is a good one. Miss Vicky's is a very good one. Even the what's like the popular one, like the big one is it Lay's? Maybe it's the Lay's one.
Crunchers has
I gotta see the pack.
a jalapeno.
It's Lay's has one, but that's not the one that I've had.
They do have one.
I'll know it when I see it. The Kettle one is really good. The
not
Kettle brand
sure.
one is tasty.
Kettle brand, yeah.
Kettle brand one is
They've
really
got
good.
a good jalapeno.
There's definitely a different brand that's gonna bother me now. So I'm just gonna sit here and click it until I see it. I don't care if anyone doesn't
I love
care.
how all the different jalapenos aren't exactly the same too. Like Cruncher's brand compared to Miss Vicky's, it's a totally different flavor, but you could definitely smash the whole bag.
Yeah, like the Lay's one is like, of course, since it's Lay's, right? They put it out everywhere. It has to be like more palatable. So it's like got jalapeno like flavor, but not like a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Hers is the one. Hers is the good one that all the Wawas out here have. All like the delis.
Oh, I've never had Hers jalapeno.
The Hers Kettle jalapeno is like the default one out here, and it's not too greasy. Some of the Kettle chips I find like after eating a couple, like your hands get real greasy. Not like powdery from jalapeno. These are like a little drier, which I like. The Lay's ones,
I'll have to give them a try then.
They're good. If you see them, they're good. But the Miss Vicky's is definitely the winner, I think, for the jalapeno chip.
Absolutely.
The jalapeno chip. The jalapeno chip Final Four, I think they're definitely taking it down, without a doubt. And I got chips from, hold on, I did another show, and I think I have a bag here. What state is this from? This is apparently a thing. Golden Flake chips. I want to say they're from... Was this Georgia? Alabama. This was like one of the first episodes we did. Golden Flake is apparently like their brand. And I think Utz owns them. Me neither. I had no clue. I was like, look at it, because I try to get something that's like made in the state, even if it's not like again, gummy bears. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to make a pork fritter. Yeah, it's very broad, but you know, I'm trying to find something that's made there at least to kick off a convo. Look, we're talking about potato chips now. But the Golden Flake apparently is the thing in Alabama, but I don't even think New Jersey has like a potato chip. It's kind of sad. Maybe I need to start a potato chip company out here. Maybe there is a New Jersey potato chip. Maybe I'm just...
That'd be a great idea.
I got to bring you in on it though, because we need potato chip experts who think alike. Oh, look at that. Hers is based in New Jersey. That doesn't count though. They're like global.
Oh, really?
They're like global though. That's not like... You don't eat a Hers chip and go, yes, New Jersey. Like, you know, it has no vibe of New Jersey.
Well, okay, so you go to the grocery store, do you see a whole lot of hers?
Yeah, there's hers and
In New
Lay's.
Jersey.
Equal amount of hers and Lay's, not like any more or less. Not enough that I, born and raised in New Jersey, I ever would have thought that that's here. Like, I never would have thought that was in
We
New
don't
Jersey.
have it.
You don't have it at all?
here.
See, you have
We
no...
have it
But
some places, but it's not like you see it in every grocery store.
there's an equal amount, I would say, of hers and Lay's in our stores out here. Like a normal grocery store, like the chip aisle.
Yeah.
There's like a big wall of hers and a big wall of Lay's. That's like the big battle here, I guess. And then you just walk away and go, let me just get better chips because they're not really the best of anything. To me, like again,
Yeah.
that's me. I know a lot of people love the Lay's, but they're just a little too thin for me.
They're basic.
It's okay.
They're the base level chip.
It is a good base level chip, that's for sure. There's no hate on the Lay's. I mean, I like all chips. So I'll eat all the chips all
Yeah.
the time. Like I'm not gonna pass it down. That's for sure. What do you think about Pringles?
Yeah.
Do you consider them chips or do you argue that they're crisps?
I think I did a poll at one point on my chip review about that exactly. Technically, they are crisps.
Yeah.
But since I'm not British,
Right.
I would consider them a chip.
I'm with you. It's a potato product, and I don't care how they make it. They're good. It tastes like
Right.
I think they're good. I gave it to a friend of mine once, and he said he never had a Pringle. I was like, what? He's like, I never had a Pringle.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a chef, dude. He never had it. And I was like, well, let's. And I got the bad pizza ones that like I kind of like because they got that like, it's not even pizza flavor.
They're different.
I don't even know what that is. It's not pizza flavor. It's
Right.
just like.
But it's good.
It is good.
It brings you back.
It is good. It brings you back. I'm not sure where it brings me back to. It definitely doesn't make me think about pizza.
Right.
But it is good. And then I got the original. I was like, all right, try these. He took it. He's got the can. He's like, what the hell is this? And like he ate it. And he's like, that's not a potato chip. I was like, what is this? And then like we looked into it. It's like they take like I equated it to like it's like instant mashed potatoes. You know, it's not mashed potatoes, but it's close. It's the same kind of thing.
It's
Like-
yeah.
Because they like I think that's what they use. They use like dehydrated potatoes or something when we were looking into it.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Whatever. It's
Had to
crisp.
do a little research.
There
on
you
it.
go. But it's crispy and delicious. So, you know,
Right.
that's what we're looking for here. That's what I want, at least.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It all is. Destiny, you're a great guest. I don't know if there's anything else to be said here.
Thank you.
Did we miss anything in Indiana? And then next time, I'm just going to do chip talk next time. We'll have you on to just talk chips. Indiana's
For
cool and
sure,
all, but
that'd be awesome.
I love chips. All right, if I ever
So
do a
do I,
chip show, I'm
obviously.
definitely calling you up to get on. And thanks for
Awesome.
calling up and hopping in and telling us about Indiana. It was really cool.
Yeah. Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, of course. All right. Hopefully, I'll talk to you again. If I ever out in Indianapolis, we'll meet up. I'll owe you a bag of chips. I'll bring out some hers for you.
All right.
Thanks, Destiny. Hey, she was great. That was great. And we got into chip talk. Let's be honest. That was fantastic. I love chips so much. God damn it. I didn't know that stupid hers was in New Jersey. And Charlie's chips. Charles chips, someone's saying. Chat. Whatever, it's fine. All right, so where are we at? In an effort to try to keep these down. Oh, yeah, we hit the hour mark. All right. Let's try to keep these tight. You know what I'm saying? We try to pull these shows back. We're learning. We're flowing. We're learning and growing. We learned about the Hoosiers. We don't know anything about it. She told us her story. She's just like us. She doesn't know. She lives there. She has no reason why they're called the Hoosiers. Indiana, you're a cool state. You love your NASCAR. You love your Indy 500. Is that NASCAR? Or is it the other one? Whatever. You drive in circles in the thing. Farms and basketball. Larry Bird, baby. John Cougar. The Jacksons. All of them. Great stuff. MGP. We taught you about that and crushed all your dreams about all your great bourbons that you think are homemade and Al Capone's mom's recipe, but it ain't. Albanese gummies. Yeah, I'm sick to my stomach, but I'll have another one. Thanks for joining. Let's see the schedule. Week 14, Indiana's in the bag. We're going to Iowa next. Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky. Whew. Should have did a whole series just on the eyes. Jesus Christ. We did Indiana. That was fantastic. Iowa's up next. What are we going to do in Iowa? I don't know. We run and gun here. Indiana's in the bag. Iowa's up next. What are they doing in Iowa? I don't know. All these I states seem to be very corn-focused, so I don't know. I'm going to guess more corn, perhaps a pork sandwich. That seems to be big in the I states. Who can say? Thank you guys for watching. Per usual, everyone in the chat, thank you so much. Kudos to you. Thank you so much to Destiny. Check her out on Instagram at takemethere.indie and at The Real Chip Review. She was fantastic. If we do a chip show, I definitely need her input. She's fire on the chips. It was fantastic. I love anyone who's passionate about chips. Fucking love a chip. Where's the potato stand? Oh, we did Idaho already. Should have just talked about chips. What do we do? Potatoes and fries? Idaho. Whatever. It's fine. It was a great episode. They're all great episodes. You can watch them all at bitsandbytes.us. It'll bring you right to our YouTube playlist with all the states right there. Make sure you smash the subscribe, smash the like, comment, shit talk, you know, all those good things. Do all the things. Click all the buttons. Thank you again for everybody for joining. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at @TheBillyVegas. We post every week, highlight reels and all that stuff. And yeah, it's fun time. It's really good stuff. All right, guys, thanks so much. Hopefully you have a great week. And we'll see you again next week in, where are we going again? I forgot. Another state. See you.